Welcome to our countdown of the top 9 reasons that could potentially disrupt America's superpower status by 2030. You might be surprised to learn that a global digital currency figures prominently in our list. So, let's dive right in. We'll start our countdown in reverse, beginning with reason number 9, the potential impact of a global digital currency on America's superpower status. Stay with us for an intriguing revelation. Kicking off our countdown at number 9 is the declining quality of education in underprivileged areas. Once a beacon of light, the American educational system is now struggling to maintain its luminosity. Schools, particularly in these areas, are facing challenges such as overcrowded classrooms, scarce resources, and understaffed faculties. The quality of education is steadily as a result. At the same time, the cost of education, especially higher education, is rocketing upwards, creating a barrier for many potential students. The student debt crisis is a grim testament to this issue, with millions of young Americans burdened with hefty. This declining quality and surge in cost have far-reaching implications. It's not just about the immediate impact on students. It's about the future workforce of, if we don't equip our youth with the necessary skills and knowledge, how can we expect them to uphold America's status as a world leader? As education falters, so does the nation's future. But there's more. At number 8 on our list is the growing economic inequality. Picture a seesaw with the wealthy on one side and the rest of the population on the other. Now visualize that seesaw tipping drastically to one end. This is the current state of the economic disparity in America. The rich are getting richer, while the middle and lower classes are grappling to stay following that at number 7. The expanding wealth gap impairs economic growth as the purchasing power of the majority dwindles. It ignites social instability as individuals feel the pressure of their contracting incomes, and it undermines the democratic process as wealth gains disproportionate influence. This is not just about dollars and cents, it's about the well-being of our society and the future of our nation. However, as alarming as this is, there's another factor that's even more concerning. Coming in at number 7 is America's eroding infrastructure. The images of gleaming freeways and towering bridges might be the first to pop up in your mind, but it goes far beyond that. The hidden veins and arteries of the nation, too, have not been spared. Water pipes, electrical grids, public transport systems, these vital networks are underfunded and in a state of disrepair. Remember, infrastructure isn't just about shiny new buildings. It's about connecting people, stimulating economic growth, and ensuring a decent quality of life. However, due to a lack of investment, the essential backbone of our country is beginning show fractures. We're not just talking about a few potholes. This is about the potential loss of jobs, decreased productivity, and increased daily costs. It's about a country that's struggling to keep pace with its own requirements. But this isn't the sole cause of concern. Stay tuned to find out the 6th reason that's slowly eating away at America's superpower status. Number 6 on our countdown is the excessive military spending outpacing the next 7 highest spending countries combined. The United States, in its quest to retain global dominance, funnels an astronomical sum into its military initiatives. This expenditure, indeed a double-edged sword, does strengthen the nation's defenses, but it also significantly adds to the spiraling national debt. However, it's not just about the dollars and cents. Let's contemplate the opportunity cost. Every dollar dedicated to tanks, jets, and missiles is a dollar drawn away from education, healthcare, or infrastructure. This misaligned spending priority is gradually but unmistakably harming the nation's future. It's also crucial not to the cost. A society that favors military power over education and healthcare is likely to face social upheaval, a precarious game that could shatter the very core of the nation. But there is a more insidious threat to America's superpower status. Halfway through our list, at number 5, is the increasing political polarization, a phenomenon that's been gaining momentum for several years now. Number 4, the widening gap between the left and the right is having a profound impact on the governance of the united cooperation once the cornerstone of American politics is dwindling. This political divide not only hampers the decision-making process, but it also fosters a sense of national disunity. The fallout doesn't stop at the borders either. The world watches closely as the United States, a global superpower, struggles to find common ground on domestic and foreign policies. This political friction paints a fractured image of America on the international stage, undermining its standing as a united front. Every passing day, the political chasm seems to widen, casting a long shadow on the country's future. The polarization doesn't end there. Number 4 on our list is the country's restrictive immigration policies. Ranking third is America's historical identity as a melting pot, a nation built on the dreams and hard work of immigrants. They've played a significant part in the country's growth, bringing diverse skills and cultural richness. But in recent years, policies have shifted towards a more closed-door approach. This is not just about the human stories that get lost in the process, it's also about the potential economic and innovative impacts. Immigrants have been at the helm of some of the most revolutionary inventions and successful businesses. By tightening the borders, we're not just limiting the inflow of people, but also ideas, creativity, and economic prosperity. This could have long-term implications on America's standing as a global superpower. Yet there's something even more alarming. Coming in at number 3 is America's ignorance towards climate change. It's a topic that's been hotly debated, but the evidence is clear and the globe is warming. Yet America continues to turn a blind eye, downplaying the severity of this existential threat. It's not just the environment that's at risk here. This disregard for the climate crisis has serious implications for international relations too. America's reluctance to take decisive action on climate change has strained relationships with nations that are making strides in. It has left the country increasingly isolated on the global. This is a stark contrast to the leadership role America once played in addressing the refusal to invest in renewable energy and sustainable practices puts the nation behind in the global race for green technology. World is moving forward, and America's climate change ignorance is holding it back. There's another factor that's even more surprising. At number 2, we have the skyrocketing national debt. It's like a cloud, growing larger and more ominous with each passing year. The U.S. national debt has been on an upward trajectory for decades, and it shows no signs of slowing down. Why does this matter? Well, it's simple. This mounting debt is more than just numbers on a screen. It's a burden that could cripple the economy, stifle growth, and hinder our nation's ability to invest in its future. This isn't just about economics. It's about the quality of life for every American citizen. Servicing this monumental debt is a challenge of Herculean proportions. The interest payments alone are a significant drain on the nation's resources, leaving less money for essential services, infrastructure, and social programs. Are we doomed? Not necessarily, but it's clear we're at a crossroads. And now for our number 1 reason. And finally, the number 1 reason why America might not continue to be a superpower until 2030: the rise of a global digital currency. The disruptive nature of digital currencies and their potential to revolutionize the global financial system couldn't be ignored. The rise of digital currencies has been nothing short of meteoric. These innovative forms of money, born from the marriage of technology and finance, have the potential to turn the global financial system on its head. They're not just a trend or a fad, they're a full-blown revolution. But let's start with the basics. What are digital currencies? Simply put, they are currencies that exist solely in digital or electronic form. They're not tangible like your dollar bills or coins, yet their bit is real. These can be used to purchase goods and services, or held as investments. So what makes them so disruptive? Essentially, digital currencies bypass traditional banking systems and government control. They're decentralized, meaning no single entity has control over them. This allows for faster, cheaper, and more efficient transactions, especially cross-border ones. And here's where the threat to the dollar's dominance comes in. The US dollar has long been the world's leading reserve currency, a status that has given the United States significant economic and political power. However, the rise of a global digital currency could challenge this. Imagine a world where anyone, anywhere, can carry out transactions without needing to rely on the US dollar. A world where countries under US sanctions can easily circumvent them. A world where the US no longer has the power to freeze assets or control the flow of money. This isn't just theoretical, it's becoming a reality. Countries like China are developing their own digital currencies, and international organizations are exploring the idea of a global digital currency. So, what does this mean for America's status as a superpower? Well, the answer isn't clear-cut. It will depend on how quickly and effectively the US can adapt to this new financial landscape. It will depend on whether the US can maintain its technological edge and whether it can navigate the complex regulatory and security challenges that digital currencies bring. As the world changes, so does the balance of power. And that's our countdown of the top 9 reasons why America might not continue to be a superpower until 2030. The unbelievable, the declining system, economic inequality, eroding infrastructure, excessive military spending, political polarization, policies, climate change ignorance, and the rising national debt. Thanks for watching.